All right, this is Adrian Hernandez here with Eric German Boy Molina. Eric, this is going to be your return fight to the Rio Grande Valley in a long time. You know, how excited are you to be on Border Explosion?
I'm excited. Good lineup up and down. You know, prepared hard for this fight. It's step one of a comeback that we're trying to get back into contention, get a big fight again. So I'm excited to be here, man.
Okay. Now, earlier at the press conference, you talked about you know, working on knowing that you had the power to hang out, to hang in the ring with the big boys. Obviously, you showed that in the first round when you stunned Chris Arreola. You came up short, but you talked about you know, in the past, you know, not being so concerned on your defense. You know, what did you learn from this last fight that you're going to implement into your career from now on?
I think, you know, like looking back, I never really learned the importance of, you know, what I needed to move my head defensively. You know, use the ring a little bit more, make the guys miss, and you know, and that was one thing I sat back after the fight and I said, you know, what do I got to do? You know, it's the same way when I lost my first fight. I sat back, what do I got to do to become better? You know, dissect it and put something together and come back better. I did the same thing for the Arreola fight, you know, and like I said earlier in the press conference, you know, I don't feel that he beat me. I beat myself in that. I got excited, you know, let my emotions take over, and I got knocked out. You know, it was something that I could control and handle next time, move forward and become smarter in the ring, and that's what I intend on doing.
Okay. Now, obviously that was one of the biggest fights that you've had in your career. You know, how many more fights do you feel you need to get back to that kind of level?
I mean, right off the back, you know, actually I could have, when I got back, they had called me to fight David Rodriguez, who's 36-0 and with 34 knockouts. Not the fight that we're looking for right off the back, but, you know, we're looking on like maybe three steps, working on my defense. When we feel that I'm a little bit better defensively, I can make you miss and come back counter hard, and not only that, but also have utilized a good offense, then I think that's when we'll take another chance. It's a heavyweight division. You make one mistake, you're going to pay. And it's not only for me, it's for the other guy in front of me too. I have the power to make the guy pay if he makes a mistake also. But I know, I'm 100% sure that even after the fight, you know, I contemplated retiring and stuff like that. But I sat back and I said, you know, number one, I got the power to be effective in the division. I got the size. I just got to work on my defense, work on my composure in the ring and handling my emotions. If I work on that, I'll be a big threat, and I'll come back and I'll be even I'll be more dangerous in the ring. So, you know, I'm not saying that I'm going to go out and be a world champion and conquer the world, but I am going to say that if I work on those things, I could be very, very effective in the heavyweight division.
All right, Eric, that's great. You also, a lot of people don't know, you just recently got married and also just got a job as a school teacher, correct?
Yes. I got married on March 10th. It was like 2 weeks after the fight. That was already planned like for a year before that. I'm 110% happy, Adrian. You know, a lot of people sometimes they come up to me and they say, man, I feel bad you lost, and man, I felt real bad that day. I said, you know what? It's boxing, man. You know what? I said, and I tell them, you know what? I'm 110% happy with my life. I got no regrets. I'm very blessed, and I'm here Saturday doing what I love to do, boxing. I'm an educator. I love to do the two things, you know, and if I intend to, you know, my message to everybody is, when you get kicked and you get put down, you got to get back up and move forward, not only in boxing, but in life. So, you know, for me to just quit after my last fight will be it just makes my message seem, you know, false. So I'm coming back. I will be a better fighter. I will be stronger, and I will be more persistent, and I'll be back. And I'm just happy to be here. The crowd, the atmosphere. Another thing, I haven't fought down here in a year and a half, and I'm excited to be back here. The energy today is hitting me, and I'm just glad, you know, to finally be back, get another fight here from my fans and my family, and I'm ready to go, man.
All right, Eric, that's great. Is there anything you want to say to all the fans who supported you throughout your whole career before we close? I
mean, just thanks again to everybody, you know, all the media here, My Universal Sports here, Julio Martinez putting me on the card. Just thankful to be here, man. Very happy. I'm doing what I love to do the most, and that's boxing, so I'm just glad.
All right, Eric. Well, thank you for the interview, and you know, best of luck on your new journey on your boxing career and your, you know, being a teacher as well.
Thank you, Adrian.